And we're joined right now, as promised, by Antonio Sabato Jr., actor, model, now Republican candidate in the 26th Congressional District around the Ventura, California area. Antonio, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The first question I guess I have when it comes to this, as it relates to, your experiences, why in the hell would you want to do this? Why get into politics? I guess it's the very same thing a guy like Donald Trump got asked a lot a couple of years ago, but why expose yourself and your family to this?
Because my country means everything to me, and I think it's time for me to do something back and give back to my country that has given me so much. And it's our job. It's our job to make sure that the country runs smooth. I think, I'm old-fashioned. I believe that each individual, especially American citizens, should give back, and this is my time. With the experience that I've had, which is different than a politician, in the private sector, with the businesses I've had, and the career as an actor, and just as an immigrant coming from Italy, moving to this country, I really love this country, and I think more than ever we need to have less politicians and more American citizens that are willing to use common sense and what's best for their community. There's nobody that knows more about the community that I live in than myself, and willing to do everything I can to make sure that my people are taken care of. And my District 26, Ventura County, deserves a better individual that is willing to talk to the people, to allow himself to work extremely hard. And that's what I'm doing already, even though I'm not in office yet. But my goal is to make sure that everyone in my county is taken care of, and they need a better representation, and that's what I'm willing to do.
Yeah, looking at the demographics of the Congressional 26th, I mean, it's about equal parts, white and Latino, and then a little bit of everything else. Is it a fairly agricultural? I know I'm from the Valley. I grew up in Tarzana, so I'm very familiar with Camarillo and Thousand Oaks and Simi Valley and Ventura and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's got beautiful farms. I have my friends, the farmers, are working extremely hard, and they're dealing with all these regulations, and it's hard for them to keep their farms going. And we need to do something about it. We need to do something about it to help them out. We need to do something more for the Latinos that are being used by this Democratic Party for their individual interest. And that's wrong, how they use the Latino votes for them, and all these broken promises for so many years. And the Latino community is not being helped, especially the one that I have in Oxnard that I care so much for. So there's a lot of issues, from really pro police and pro regulate, low regulations, and helping my farmers and making sure that the community is really well taken care of, and people want to move here and they want to open up shop. California is very much against pro business of any kind, and we need to help California grow. This country has grown from small business, and we don't have much in California anymore. Over 1 million workers and business owners have left California in the last 10 years because of regulations and because of what the Democratic Party, the liberal Democratic Party, or the socialist liberal Democratic Party has done for California. It's incredible how they ruined cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and so on. And we need to use common sense. We need to start bringing regulations lower and help the American people, and not spend $26 billion every single year on immigration in California alone. We should be doing more for the veterans. We should be doing more for homelessness, which is the number one. I mean, we're number one in California as far as homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
The opioid epidemic is this epidemic on addiction in general that I've been very much involved and I'm very passionate about, that we need to do more about. And we need to help people that are on the streets. Our American citizens are dying, and this government and both parties always argue back and forth. I mean, we got to help the American people, and we got to do whatever it takes to do so. So I believe that bringing pro-business, making the county successful economically, I think it gives a chance for small business to succeed, to hire people, lower regulations, and make sure that you're more comfortable. Your hands are not tied every single day to help your workers and this and that. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I think that I'm the right guy for it. I have a lot of energy, and I'm going to make this happen because I'm the opposite of every politician who has been trying, let's say, to help California, but in a way they've really made it a lot worse. And we got to help the American people.
Well, when it comes to Congress, when it comes to these elections every 2 years, aren't politicians at this point, they're basically professional office runners. That's right. Pretty much all they really do. It's interesting when you originally mentioned your reasons for getting into politics. That was the founding fathers' idea. Was you had people that dabbled in politics and they went back to real business and real life. Nowadays, it's a career. It was never intended to be a career.
No, it's just crazy. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the thing is that, when I talk to people and they ask the same question, why am I doing this? I'm doing it for them. My campaign has never been about me. It's about the American people. And I think we need to take a step into the right direction by hiring, by voting, because you're hiring these people to take care of your life, to make sure that they're passing policies and they're going back to Washington every week to make things happen for you. And these politicians, Miss Julia Brownlee, who's been the congresswoman here in Ventura County, she hasn't done anything in 6 years. As a matter of fact, she's done more to endanger our communities by policies, by pushing for policies, building policies like AB 109 and Prop 47 and 57. These are things that were created by Julia Brownlee, endanger our community. Prisoner early release is really making our county not as safe as it used to. We need to step up. We need to really help the American people. And, like you mentioned, politicians should be working for the American people, not the other way around. They're supposed to talk to the people every single day, find out what their needs, what their issues, what the problems, and we need to encounter those and make sure that they don't happen anymore. And I'm that guy. I work with the people. I work face-to-face, door-to-door. My grassroots campaign is very much that campaign that you get in front of people and you ask, what do you need? What can I do for you? And, we did a poll, and the biggest issue here is immigration. Then there's regulation. Then, those are the things that people care about. And can we do more for the veterans? So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And in 2 years, once I get elected, I need to get to work so fast because time goes by. And then you got to, you're running a new campaign right away. So there's a lot to be done. I know how the game works, but I'm approaching it in a different way. And I'm so pleased to have this backing from all over the country. Everybody, not only from my community, but everywhere else, are helping me out and supporting my campaign. It's important. I think this midterm election is going to be huge for the Republican Party, and especially for me in California. We're gonna make our county red again.
Yeah, I'd love to get your thoughts on something. At the beginning of the podcast, I ran a clip, a part of your appearance on The View, the TV show with the lovely Joy Behar and company, and which you did a great job, by the way, sort of informing them a little bit of the immigration issue. But it really reminded me of one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, and I've been a fan of yours from a standpoint of my son-in-law went through the process. He was of German and Canadian citizenship, wanted to become an American citizen, had to go through the process, had to go through the classes, had to go through the attorneys, do all that stuff the way it's supposed to be done. He got in line and took his turn like you and your family did. When you propose that there are immigration reforms and tweaks to the system, how badly does this system need to be tweaked?
Oh, it's got to be done from scratch. It's got to be redone completely. It's such a broken system, how they do things, and how they allowed this to happen, and been taken to this point. We have an open border. We have an open border just pretty much anybody can come in to a certain degree, right? And it happens every single day, and they're coming in every single day, and they're taking care of them. They're being taken care of by the American people, and it's just so unfair that the American people have to pay for for individuals that are coming here and using our country and using our great laws. I got to tell you, we got to, at some point, we got to close this border and we got to take care of the American people. We cannot allow this to happen. Our country is not a country without a border, and a country is not a country without the American people who have been taken care. They need to be taken care of first. And the Democratic Party, how they use this immigration for their own benefits, to get rich and richer, and for voting fraud, which is happening in California. People are voting that are not even alive. They've been dead for such a long time. We need to watch out for that. They cannot keep winning illegally like this all the time, these elections, and ruining the country. One thing is you get elected, you get the job done. You help California, and California is successful and all that. But it's not that case. It's actually the opposite. They get elected, and since the Democratic Party has been running California, they've been running it into the ocean. And yeah, sure, you have companies like eBay and Google and Facebook and San Francisco. Everybody's happy. They're creating a lot of jobs. But what about the rest of the state? How come we're number one in homelessness? How come our education system in California is failing our children? How come we're not doing enough in that department? And how come we're not doing enough for people that are coming here illegally, and we're not stopping this, and we're paying this ridiculous amount of money every single year? And this is taxpayer money. So we need to really reevaluate everything, and immigration has to be reformed from scratch.
Well, another issue close to my heart, and you mentioned it earlier, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it, is the whole thing with the opioid crisis. That there's always a story du jour that comes up. Gun control is the last couple of weeks, because of the tragedy in Parkland, Florida, has been huge in the headlines. Opioid crisis in 2016, we had 64,000 people dying of overdoses. That's 175 a day. And this issue sort of comes in and out of people's consciousness, but how do we keep this in front of people so we can actually deal with it effectively?
Well, I started a program that's called True Hope Calling. It's a 24-hour program you can call truehopecalling.com. It gives a chance to anybody to get in treatment as soon as possible, whether you have insurance or not, nationwide. We need to start helping people. We need to start working together to understand that this is a national issue, that it's overwhelming the American people. We're allowing people to get medicated, to get addicted, and eventually die because of it. And we're not doing enough about it. We're not educating people about it. We have taken God away from our schools. We're taking family away from our families, and things are being separated. Everybody thinks that they can do this on their own. And I always, I'm very spiritual, and I believe this. You got to do this with God on your side. You got to be open to that. And that's how you break any type of addictions. And I'm very much, I know about addiction, and I fought it and I survived it. And addiction is a bad disease that doesn't just destroy your life, but it destroys the lives of your friends and your family. And it's devastating, and we got to do more. We got to take these kids and these people out of the streets, not only from opioid epidemic, but just addiction in general. And we're not doing enough. We finally have a president who's speaking out about addiction, who's putting funding into developing more help, and we have to work together as a country, state to state, to make sure that we can help as many people as we can, because we can't let them die on the streets. And it's all included in the homelessness. It's all included in that department. It's all included in not enough jobs. It's not included. It's included in having too many regulations. It's everything that this Democratic Party has done. Because I believe that they love the turmoil. They love people on the street. They love the fact that there's more help to us than we will get richer. And it's like selling the fake promises over and over again. And we got to stop that. We got to tackle the issues. We got to tackle them head on, and we got to make sure that people understand that we are honest, truthful. I certainly want to be a politician that's with honest answers. And just honest heart to begin with. So I'm looking forward to helping the American people. I'm really 24 hours a day I'm doing this.
All right. Hey, I want to wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, it's hashtag Vote Antonio and voteantonio.com. for people who want to get more information, correct?
Yes, correct. Thank you.
Fantastic. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.